Hello and welcome and a very happy Festival of Lights Diwali to everyone. You're watching DD India News Hour. I'm Gautam Roy and coming up over the next 1 hour. Prime Minister Narendra Modi celebrates Diwali with Navy personnel on board aircraft INS Vikrant, aircraft carrier INS Vikrant, terms elimination of Maoist terrorism as a significant milestone, bows to the valor of security forces. The Festival of Lights Diwali is being celebrated in India and abroad. President Draupadi Murmu, Vice President C.V. Radhakrishnan and Prime Minister Modi extend Diwali greetings on the occasion. And Israel says Gaza ceasefire has resumed after an attack killed 2 of its soldiers and prompted a wave of airstrikes that Palestinians said killed 26 people. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says he will go to Budapest to meet Presidents Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin if he is invited. And France's Justice Minister Gérald Darmanin accepts that security flaws in protecting the Louvre led to a daylight robbery at the famed Paris Museum on Sunday, where the Imperial jewels got stolen. And continuing with this tradition of celebrating Diwali with personnel of the Indian Armed Forces, Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Monday visited INS Vikrant off the coast of Goa and Karwar to celebrate the Festival of Lights with Indian Navy personnel.
दीपावली के पर्व में हर किसी को अपने परिवार के बीच दिवाली मनाने का मन करता है। मुझे भी मेरे परिवारजनों के बीच दिवाली मनाने की आदत हो गई है और इसलिए आप जो मेरे परिवारजन है ना, उनके बीच में दिवाली मनाने चला जाता हूं। आज आपके बीच आया। और मैं भी ये दिवाली मेरे परिवारजनों के साथ मना रहा हूं।
Now, during his visit, Prime Minister Modi also addressed the Indian Navy personnel and extended his greetings to the nation on Diwali.
समुद्र की गहरी रात और सुबह का सूर्योदय मेरी दिवाली कई मायनों में खास बन गई है और इसलिए आपके बीच फिर एक बार दिवाली की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। आपको भी शुभकामनाएं और आईएनएस विक्रांत की इस वीर भूमि से कोटि कोटि देशवासियों को भी दीपावली की बहुत बहुत शुभकामनाएं। और खास आपके परिवारजनों को दीपावली की बहुत शुभकामनाएं।
And in his address, Prime Minister Modi also lauded the Indian Armed Forces for the success of Operation Sindoor, saying the synergy between the Navy, Air Force and the Army forced Pakistan to surrender quickly. Last year, Prime Minister Modi celebrated Diwali with the armed forces near the Indo-Pak border in Kutch.
भारतीय नौसेना द्वारा जो भय पैदा किया गया है, भारतीय वायुसेना द्वारा दिखाए गए अद्भुत कौशल ने, भारतीय सेना की जांबाजी ने, तीनों सेनाओं के जबरदस्त समन्वय ने ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में पाकिस्तान को इतनी जल्दी घुटने टेकने पर मजबूर कर दिया था। और इसलिए साथियों आज मैं फिर एक बार INS विक्रांत की इस पवित्र साधना स्थली से, पराक्रमी स्थली से तीनों सेना के जाबाज जवानों को फिर एक बार सैल्यूट करता हूं।
Calling his visit memorable, the Prime Minister said he was fortunate to celebrate Diwali with the brave soldiers of the Indian Navy.
जब आपसे निकट रह करके आपकी सांस को अनुभव कर रहा था, आपकी धड़कन को महसूस कर रहा था, आपकी आंखों की वो चमक को देख पा रहा था, तब मैं रात जब सोया, कल थोड़ा जल्दी सोया, जो कभी सोता नहीं है। शायद जल्दी सोने का कारण भी ये होगा कि आपको जब कल दिन भर देखा तो भीतर जो संतोष का भाव था, वो नींद मेरी नहीं, संतोष की नींद थी।
Now, the PM's entire journey and the visit was carried out in a very discreet manner. While on board INS Vikrant, Prime Minister Modi had a very extensive set of engagements as well. Prime Minister Modi went to the flight deck surrounded by MiG-29K fighters. PM, as you can see, witnessed a spectacular steam pass followed by a fly past as well. He also witnessed an air power demonstration, the taking off and the landing of MiG-29 fighters on a short runway, both during the day and in the dark of the night.
कसम सिंदूर की, वतन के गुरूर की, कसम सिंदूर की, उठा तिरंगा सीने में जब जल थल नभ में पुकार हुई, सिंदूर की लाली चमक उठी, प्रतिशोध की सीमा पार हुई, तन घनन घनन तन घनन घनन तन घनन घनन तन घनन घनन। लहरों में भी नौसेना की दुश्मन था निगरानी में, सागर की गहराई से भी उतर पड़े थे कहानी में। तिरंगा लहराया ऊंचा, देश की जीत और शान हुई, सिंदूर की कीमत उस दिन हर आतंकी को भान हुई।
And as you can see, the PM also witnessed a vibrant cultural program where the officers and sailors of INS Vikrant sang various patriotic songs, including a song specially written by them to commemorate the success of the Indian Armed Forces in Operation Sindoor. Prime Minister Modi was deeply moved by the experience. And the PM said that people love celebrating Diwali with their families, and so does he, which is why every year he meets army and security personnel who keep the nation safe. The PM expressed happiness to be among brave naval personnel on the western seaboard of the coast of Goa and Karwar on Indian naval ships with INS Vikrant as the flagship. Let me now take you across to my colleague Akshay Dongre to talk more about it. Akshay, good afternoon and a happy Diwali to you. This has been a tradition for Prime Minister Modi, but a special one this time around, Diwali coming after Operation Sindoor, and that also becoming an intrinsic part of the entire celebration that all these naval personnel had with the Prime Minister on board INS Vikrant as a flagship.
Well, quite a symbolic visit, Gautam. Indeed, Prime Minister going to INS Vikrant, the symbol of India's self-reliant journey in defense, the symbol of India's prowess about making India, especially when it comes to these complicated weaponry is concerned, these warships are concerned. And also, his choice for of going to the naval, meeting the naval personnel, especially because in the Operation Sindoor, it was only Navy that couldn't actually take part in direct operations, though the Navy was on standby throughout. But it was just the Navy that was waiting for orders. But before that, before the Navy could get involved, Pakistan came pleading in front of India, asking for a ceasefire. Clearly, it's a symbolic message. It's quite for the rest of the world. Prime Minister, especially since the tariff crisis has started, Prime Minister has repeatedly echoed the voice for self-reliance and has been saying that India as a country has to be self-reliant. It has to be independent when it comes to especially the defense requirements, because we cannot be relying on other countries and then calling ourselves a superpower even in the future. So Prime Minister going to INS Vikrant, interacting with the
Okay, we seem to be having some sort of a trouble with that link with Akshay Dongre. We'll try and reconnect as and when possible, but just got you some more glimpses of those firepower demonstrations that Prime Minister Modi got off the western coast of India. Now, all across India, homes and streets have been glowing on the eve of Diwali as people celebrate the festival of lights. From dazzling diyas and colourful rangolis to sweets and fireworks, the spirit of joy and togetherness shines bright everywhere. Here's how different cities have been lighting up this beautiful night. Uttar Pradesh lights up with grand Diwali celebrations, from lamp lighting at Sri Krishna Janmabhoomi in Mathura to colourful displays at Sri Ram Janmabhoomi in Ayodhya. Sitapur and Aligarh have also joined in with record diyas and first ever campus festivities, spreading joy and unity across the state. In Gujarat's Gandhinagar, the Swaminarayan Akshardham temple is dazzling with Diwali, with over 10,000 lamps lighting up the temple grounds. Visitors enjoy the vibrant decorations and nightly water shows, celebrating spirituality and unity. In Madhya Pradesh, the banks of the Narmada River in Jabalpur were beautifully illuminated with countless diyas, creating a mesmerizing scene this Diwali. Rajasthan is dazzling with Diwali as well, as cities are shining with festive lights and creativity. In Udaipur, an Operation Sindoor themed display blended patriotism with celebration, while Jodhpur is glowing with vibrant decorations and joyful gatherings, spreading the true spirit of Diwali across the state. Across Tamil Nadu, homes and streets have been sparkling with diyas and festive cheer as families celebrate the triumph of light over darkness. Markets have been buzzing with color and joy, while the spirit of togetherness and hope shines brightly throughout the state. Kolkata is all aglow as well, as the city has been preparing for Diwali and Kali Puja celebrations. The Marwari Sanskriti Manch has beautifully lit up the city with its annual Deepavali Mahotsav, honouring tradition and spreading festive cheer. Communities have come together, lit lamps and embraced the spirit of unity and devotion across the city. Odisha is also shining bright this Diwali as the Raj Bhavan in Bhubaneswar sparkles with colourful lights, spreading festive cheer. In Puri, artists in Khorda performed the Ramayana in front of Sri Jagannath Temple, adding a cultural glow to the celebrations. And Mumbai's Bhandup area, Diwali was celebrated in a traditional style with vibrant rituals and community gatherings. The event also featured floral tributes to a historic sword, honouring local heritage alongside the festive spirit. Let me now bring in Shama Mishra, my colleague from Mumbai, for more on the Diwali celebrations. Shama, a bit of an unusual Diwali this time around because of the markets being fully operational today instead of doing Muhurat trading, which is happening tomorrow because of the kind of Muhurat that is really there for the Festival of Lights, particularly for the Puja.
Well, Gautam, really unusual because in these long years of my career, I have definitely not seen that the Muhurat, that the time of the Muhurat trading spilling to the next day. And when we are talking about spilling of the Muhurat to the next day, Maharashtrians would be celebrating the Lakshmi Pujan tomorrow because they will be celebrating the main Diwali tomorrow, and today is the Diwali Pahad. So in Maharashtra, the traditional Marathi way of celebrating the Diwali Pahad is that they get up really early in the morning, say around 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, and then the family members apply uptan, which is the natural fragrant powder, and after that they take bath. They also celebrate Naraka Chaturdashi, by which they have this kind of fruit and they crush it with their feet. So that symbolizes victory of good over evil. And while we are here at Shivaji Park in Mumbai, which is famous for its cricket, but today and for Diwali time, it's famous for its decoration. Because if you see, and especially at the night time, the entire stretch of Shivaji Park would be lit up, and these lightings you see, these would be the ones that will be attracting huge crowd. Even now, when you're seeing this, so this is one kind of setup where people are facilitated with the selfie points. A lot of people have come since morning, early morning, and everyone is dressed traditionally, beautifully, and with family, with friends, everybody is coming together and getting themselves clicked. Also inside Shivaji Park, also there have been various kind of structures made similar to this, and throughout the stretch, people have been celebrating it. While we are also talking about the Diwali celebrations, it's also important to factor in the Swadesi part, the vocal for local part, because just near this particular area is the Kandil Gali, which is popular for the handmade lanterns, and the traditional Maharashtrians, they prefer Akash Kandil, and you'll get those kind of Kandils, those kind of designs over there. And while we covered a story over there, the sellers, the customers, everyone were keen on buying Indian-made products because they know for the fact that if India has to become self-reliant, buying things on Diwali, because at Diwali people spend a lot, and buying things on Diwali, they made sure that this money that they are spending goes to the people who are of the local artists. This goes to the people, the local artisans. And indirectly, it goes to the development of our nation, as the Prime Minister had suggested and given a clarion call as well. So overall, this is the daytime how people are celebrating the Diwali in Maharashtra. And at night time, because we stay nearby sea, people would be going on various beach fronts, chowpatis, be it Girgaon, Dadar, Versova, many other places. and they will be bursting their crackers. The children would be accompanied by their parents, and this time around we will definitely see new kinds of crackers, new innovative kind of crackers.
Certainly.
But many of them
Well,
have
innovation
also
definitely is
taken
the
a
name of the
vow.
game where
Yes.
Diwali firecrackers is concerned, and I'm happy to see that Mumbai is in a very celebratory mood, and it will be spilling over to the next day as well. Thanks a lot for joining us for the moment, Shama Mishra from Mumbai. Now, President Draupadi Murmu has extended greetings to fellow citizens. In a message, the President said, and I quote, Diwali, one of India's most popular festivals, is celebrated with great zeal and enthusiasm. The festival symbolizes the triumph of light over darkness, knowledge over ignorance, and good over evil. Celebrated across the country with immense fervour, the auspicious occasion of Diwali gives the message of mutual affection and brotherhood. On this day, devotees worship goddess Lakshmi, the deity of wealth and prosperity. This festival of joy is also an occasion for self-reflection and self-improvement. This festival is also an opportunity to help and support the deprived and the needy, and to bring joy into their lives. I urge everyone to celebrate Diwali safely, responsibly, and in an environment-friendly manner. May this Diwali bring happiness, peace, and prosperity to all. Unquote. Vice President of India, C.P. Radhakrishnan, also greeted the people on the auspicious occasion of Diwali. In a message, the Vice President said that Diwali celebrates the triumph over goodness over evil and knowledge over ignorance. He said that Diwali is a time when the values of generosity, charity and inclusivity, deeply ingrained in our civilizational ethos, shine forth as we share and extend our support to the needy and underprivileged sections of society. He further said that as we celebrate Diwali, we must all shun negativity and adharma and embrace positivity and dharma, not only for our individual good, but also for the overall progress of the nation. Vice President added that akin to the diyas lit in every home, collectively illuminating the night skies on this festival, dedication and commitment should together usher in collective growth for Bharat. End quote. And the Prime Minister has also greeted all citizens on Diwali, the festival of lights. The PM, in a post, hoped that this festival of lights illuminates our lives with harmony, happiness and prosperity, and may the spirit of positivity prevail all around us. The PM also urged citizens to mark this festive season by celebrating the hard work, creativity and innovation of 140 crore Indians, that's 1.4 billion Indians, and buy Indian products and say, गर्व से कहो ये स्वदेशी है. Now moving on, let's tell you what's happening in West Asia or the Middle East. Well, Israel has said it had resumed enforcing a Gaza ceasefire after carrying out dozens of deadly strikes on Hamas positions on Sunday, having accused the group of targeting its troops in the most serious violence since the 9-day-old truce began. The Israeli military said it struck Hamas targets in Gaza, including field commanders, gunmen, a tunnel, and weapons depots after Hamas terrorists launched an anti-tank missile and fired on its troops, killing 2 soldiers. The strikes began Sunday in response to what the Israeli military said in a statement had been a blatant violation of the ceasefire. The IDF later on Sunday said it had renewed enforcement of the ceasefire but vowed to respond firmly to any violations of it. Meanwhile, an Israeli security source said the aid into Gaza was set to resume on Monday following US pressure. Earlier, Israel had closed its crossing points into Gaza to aid convoys, accusing the Hamas of breaking the truce. The first phase of the US-brokered ceasefire deal, which started on the 10th of October, saw an immediate end to fighting. The partial withdrawal of Israeli troops to a so-called yellow line along the north, east and south of Gaza, and an increase of aid. The Hamas has released all living hostages as well as the remains of 12 out of 28 of those deceased. Fuel and aid trucks were seen near Egypt's Rafah border early Monday, signaling a resumption of humanitarian supplies to Gaza. This follows renewed ceasefire efforts after deadly clashes on Sunday when 2 Israeli soldiers were killed and airstrikes reportedly claimed 26 Palestinian lives. Despite trucks moving through a border gate, the Rafah crossing remains officially closed. Aid deliveries resumed under U.S. pressure after Israel had halted them, citing to the truce violation carried out by Hamas. And in the other significant conflict that is raging across part of Europe, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has expressed openness to joining Russian President Vladimir Putin and U.S. President Donald Trump at a proposed summit in Budapest if invited. Trump and Putin are expected to meet in Hungary soon, aiming to advance peace talks over the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. Zelensky noted alternative neutral venues like Turkey or the Vatican may be preferable, given Kyiv's complex ties with Hungary. Referencing the 1994 Budapest Memorandum, Zelensky urged caution in repeating past diplomatic frameworks. While Trump's earlier efforts, including a summit in Alaska, haven't yielded breakthroughs, Kyiv remains open to dialogue that could help end the war. Now, the hunt has been on Monday for the band of thieves who stole 8 priceless royal pieces of jewelry from the Louvre Museum in the heart of Paris in broad daylight. Officials said a team of 60 investigators was working on the theory that the raid was planned and executed by an organized crime group. After several other robberies from French museums in recent months, Interior Minister Laurent Nunez had acknowledged Sunday that securing them was a major weak spot. According to officials, 8 priceless items of jewelry were stolen, including the crown of the Empress Eugenie. The Louvre Museum in the French capital has closed for exceptional reasons after a group of intruders successfully stole 8 pieces of priceless jewelry in a quick-hit heist that has rocked the world's most visited museum. French President Emmanuel Macron said on Sunday that the robbery at Paris's Louvre Museum was an attack on the French heritage. In a social media post, Macron vowed to recover all the stolen artifacts and bring the perpetrators to justice. And France's Justice Minister Gérald Darmanin admitted on Monday to security flaws in protecting the Louvre that had led to the robbers a day earlier stealing imperial jewels in broad daylight from the famed Paris Museum. He told media persons that what is certain is that France has failed since people were able to park a furniture hoist in the middle of Paris, get people up in several minutes to grab priceless jewels and give France a terrible image. Former French President Nicolas Sarkozy will go to prison on Tuesday after a court sentenced him to 5 years for criminal conspiracy over a scheme to obtain election campaign funds from the regime of the late Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi. The former state leader, who has appealed the verdict and denounced an injustice, is to be incarcerated in the Parisian prison La Santé. Sarkozy, who was the right-wing president of France between 2007 and 2012, will become the first former head of an EU country to serve time in prison and the first French post-war leader to be jailed. Now, 2 people were killed after a cargo plane landing in Hong Kong allegedly collided with a ground vehicle and slid off a runway into the sea before dawn on Monday. Hong Kong Civil Aviation Department said that a cargo plane arriving from the United Arab Emirates deviated from the north runway after landing and ditched into the sea. Preliminary information indicates that the 4 crew members on board were rescued and sent to hospital, while 2 ground staff were affected and fell into the sea. The plane is thought to have struck a ground vehicle which also fell into the sea. The airport authorities said that the flights at Hong Kong International Airport will not be affected, though the north runway was temporarily closed, while the other 2 runways remain operational. Now, we've got time for a bit of a break, and there's lots more to come on the other side. Stay tuned.
Indian industries are facing pressure because of President Trump's tariff threats.
Even tariffs are part of the story, actually. If you were to look at the whole story of the deindustrialization of India, it began in many ways under the British rule. They say, oh, it's not our fault. India fell behind because you missed the bus for the Industrial Revolution. My answer is, we missed the bus is because you threw us under its wheels.
Welcome back. You're watching DD India News Hour. I'm Gautam Roy, and before we go any further, another look at our top stories. Prime Minister Narendra Modi celebrates Diwali with Navy personnel on board aircraft carrier INS Vikrant, terms eliminating Maoist terrorism as a significant milestone, bows to the valour of the security forces. The Festival of Lights, Diwali, is being celebrated in India and abroad. President Draupadi Murmu, Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan and Prime Minister Modi have extended Diwali greetings on the occasion to all citizens. Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says he will go to Budapest to meet Presidents Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin if he is invited. And France's Justice Minister Gérald Darmanin accepts that security flaws in protecting the Louvre led to a daylight robbery at the famed Paris Museum on Sunday, where the Imperial jewels got stolen. But India is glowing once again, not just with the lights of Diwali, but with the sparkle of commerce, colour and celebration. Markets are buzzing, gold is gleaming, and shoppers are out there in full force to add their zing to everyone's lives. DD India's Ayushi Ahuja has this report.
Every year, as autumn settles over India, the country bursts into spectacular blaze of light, color, and commerce. It's that time of the year again when streets turn into marketplaces of joy, gold shines brighter than ever, and people shop their heart out. Diwali isn't just a festival of lights. It's a season of business and trade activities as people indulge in shopping and brighten their lives up. Diwali, India's festival of lights, symbolizes the victory of good over evil and light over darkness. But it also marks the brightest time of India's economy. As the festival nears, markets across the country come alive, buzzing with shoppers eager to bring home prosperity, beauty, and joy. At the heart of this glitter lies gold, a symbol of wealth, purity, and divine blessings. Buying gold during Diwali is believed to invite prosperity, especially on Dhanteras, a day dedicated to wealth and well-being. But this year, the sparkle comes at a cost, with gold prices soaring to record highs. I am here at a famous jewelry shop in New Delhi, where every Diwali, the sparkle of gold attracts thousands of customers. But this year, the shine is slightly dimmer as the gold prices are skyrocketing.
गोल्ड का रेट इतना पहले तो जंप हुआ, हमें तो लगा था कि शायद थोड़ा सा काम में कुछ फ़र्क आएगा इस चीज़ का, लेकिन हमारे भारतीय लोगों ने, इंडियंस ने साबित कर दिया कि गोल्ड वो हर रेट में खरीदने वाले हैं। जैसे लास्ट टाइम गोल्ड रेट जो 80,000 था वो 130 यानी 50,000 रुपीज़ का एक साल में जंप आना, तो बहुत बड़ा उछाल है, लेकिन ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, लोग खूब शॉपिंग कर रहे हैं।
The prices are high, but the sentiment remains upbeat. People may buy less, but they won't skip the tradition of buying the yellow metal, which is an integral part of Diwali's ritual. Not just gold, Diwali marks a full-blown shopping spree across India, with households upgrading everything from electronic items to cars in a festive wave of spending. Also, with the government extending tax reliefs, especially on goods and service sectors, the shopping mania seems to have doubled. From jewelry to fashion, Diwali is the time Indians redefine their wardrobes. Clothing sales have surged across cities. Ethnic wear, especially in bright colors and silk, is flying over the shelves. From high-end malls to local bazaars, the festival fashion fever has gripped India.
This is my favorite festival because everything around you gets so pretty lit up. Even the dullest of streets, they light up, and the favorite part is sweets, obviously.
Home decors too are witnessing a renaissance. From handcrafted diyas to eco-friendly lanterns and scented candles, everything that adds sparkle to a home is in high demand. Even small vendors like garland sellers and rangoli artists say Diwali brings them their biggest business of the year.
The festival is an explosion of colors and commerce. Every lane is alive. From sweet shops to electronic stores, from decorative stores to tailors. Everyone has a reason to smile this season. The Diwali economy, worth billions of dollars, runs on a collective joy, a reminder that commerce and culture go hand in hand. Here's wishing you all a very happy Diwali. I am Ayushi Ahuja with camera person Rahul Chopra reporting for DD India.
Now, as the festival of lights, Diwali shines bright across the world. Germany too witnessed vibrant celebrations. With a growing Indian community, the festival is not just about tradition, it's becoming a symbol of cultural exchange. Here's a report by DD India's correspondent in Germany, Sonika Reiner.
Diwali, the festival of lights, brought warmth, color and celebration to Germany this week. From Berlin to Munich, Frankfurt to Hamburg, the Indian diaspora came together to celebrate one of the most cherished festivals. With over 300,000 Indian expats and nearly 60,000 Indian students currently living in Germany, Diwali has found a strong and growing presence here. In cities across the country, Indian associations, student groups and cultural organizations organized Diwali events filled with music, dance, food and lights. In the days leading up to the festival, Indian grocery stores prepared for the rush. What stood out this year was the inclusive spirit. Many events were open to locals, giving Germans a chance to experience Indian culture up close.
Indian community is increasing with a large number in Germany, and all the Indian festivals are celebrated throughout Germany, either in the small towns or in bigger cities. Like this one celebrated here in Villingen last week. So many festivals these days, means today I think more than 5 to 6 celebrations are there in the South Germany for Diwali. And it started for the last 2 weeks and it will continue till the end of October, because all the associations are celebrated either in the small cities. So with the increase in the Indian community here in Germany, we can see that the Indian diaspora is increasing and all the festivals are celebrated.
We are not just celebrating Diwali here, but we are also trying to create value by helping students to create professional networks with the other professionals already working in this region, basically with the people who have already walked the path.
Cultural performances like Bharatnatyam, Bollywood dance, Rangoli displays, henna stalls and Diwali melas added color and charm to the celebrations. It wasn't just a festival, but a cultural bridge connecting communities across borders.
I love the Diwali festivals because they give me a lot of energy. We see dancing, we see singing, we hear some intonations. So I love the Indian culture. We have now more than 200 Indian students. It's the largest community of students we have, and it's growing. And I think the community you see here is also formed by SIGA, our Schwarzwald Indian German Association. They made a big job here and they do it all over the year.
Diwali in Germany lights not just homes but hearts, creating shared memories across cultures. With inputs from Sonika Reiner, Germany, DD India.
Now, while Diwali is being celebrated across India today, the Indian diaspora is celebrating Diwali with full festive fervour over the weekend as well. The Indian community in Madrid in Spain is celebrating with traditional lights, sweets and decorations, bringing a piece of home to this European city. DD India's Atman Sandhu reports from Madrid, where this festival of lights is bridging cultures and spreading warmth.
Diwali season is in full swing in Madrid, and the Indian stores have turned into festive pit stops. From boxes of laddus and kaju katlis stacked with rangoli powder to flower garlands clustering above strings of LED lights and diyas, these sights undoubtedly remind us of those back home in India.
Temple halls and community kitchens are busy preparing traditional Indian dishes and snacks, while restaurants are setting up their decorations. It is a unique time when Diwali turns into both worship and welfare. Everyone comes together to give thanks and pray for each other's well-being.
Diwali in Madrid is a vibrant celebration. So here in this restaurant, we celebrate Diwali from last 10 to 12 years. So we celebrate with all our local friends from Spain, and we do organize, pujas with local sweets and our cultures. Obviously, we do Bollywood festival, Bollywood parties also, dance, and obviously with the local community, Indian community also come and gather with us. And this festival starts from 18th, and normally we do celebrate from coming 4 to 5 days.
It's a beautiful time to be here with our friends and the local community. We all do so much to remember home, but it always feels like we're back home. I came here for my master's and I'm back staying here. And hopefully be back in India and celebrate Diwali. But until then, it's going to be like home here in Madrid, here in Spain.
Sweet shops report the busiest week of the year and have stocked up on essentials like desi ghee and mithai. Indian stores across many neighborhoods are selling rangoli colors, puja thalis and clay lamps. A unique Diwali celebration that blends Madrid's local markets with India's memories.
We continue to discover that there exists an India away from India, all thanks to an Indian diaspora that keeps its roots glowing one diya at a time. The Indian community in Madrid is not only celebrating Diwali, but they are also inviting the Spanish people to share the love and light, which is the true essence of Diwali. This is Atman Sandhu in Spain for DD India.
As is evident, the Festival of Lights is spreading its warmth and sparkle far beyond India. The Indian community in Paris is also embracing the festive spirit with great enthusiasm and joy. Here's a report by DD India's Rohini Gosavi from Paris.
With the labels of City of Love, City of Romance, Paris is also known as City of Light. And it even shines brighter when Indian diaspora here celebrates its Festival of Light, Diwali. Far from our land, but surrounded by our chosen family, Indians celebrate Diwali with same joy, warmth and love. Let's have a look.
The drum beats, sweet-filled shops, bright mehendi colors and joyful dances. That's the spirit of Diwali in Paris. The Indian community celebrates with songs, dances and cultural programs. The festival brings everyone together, spreading joy and feeling of togetherness far from home. Maharashtra Mandal France has organized this Diwali evening to bring the community together and keep the festive spirit alive. The event features Bollywood dances, folk performances and musical shows that fill the evening with vibrance, rhythm and festive spirit.
It's a melting pot of different culture, and we showcase Indian culture to other people, to other communities, and especially as we are far from India, that helps Indian community connect with India.
The children's play brought smiles and nostalgic memories for everyone in the audience. For Indian parents, it's a joyful way to introduce their little ones to traditions, keeping them connected to their cultural roots.
I think it's really beneficial to the children who are growing up here, because to them it's very difficult to create this whole atmosphere. So when the association does it, many families come together. It's an unbelievable occasion for them to discover their own culture, to know their roots.
Events like Anand Bazaar and Festive Fair attracts huge crowds where members display homemade sweets, traditional items and Diwali-themed products, turning the space into mini India.
Diwali festival over here, it gives us an opportunity to come together and follow our tradition, our culture here in France, so far away from our country.
Just like India, streets of Paris also sparkles with festive vibes during Diwali. Indian stores and supermarkets are stacked with colorful decorations, sparkling diyas and mouth-watering sweets. Families line up to buy laddus, burfis and namkeens, the familiar flavor of home that makes celebration complete. The cheerful crowd reflects how the Indian spirit shines bright even thousands of miles away.
That our shop is full of Indian crowd is coming to our shop. That lot of people is coming from very far also they are coming from to our shop.
Diwali holds a special place in every Indian's heart, no matter where they live. The festival brings back memories of home, family and tradition, spreading joy, culture and connection beyond borders. This is Rohini Goswami in Paris for DD India.
And across Australia, Diwali has gone truly mainstream, lighting up cities from Melbourne to Sydney. With vibrant dances, music and fireworks, the festival brings together people of all backgrounds to celebrate light, hope and unity. More in this report from Nazia Alvi.
Diwali, once a festival celebrated within community halls, has now gone truly mainstream across Australia. From city landmarks to regional councils, the Festival of Lights is illuminating every corner of the nation.
It's an amazing event in Canberra, celebrating the beautiful festival of light overcoming darkness and the community getting together. It's such a privilege to be here, and thank you to everyone, to CIC for this beautiful event.
With 1 million Australians of Indian ancestry, the Indian diaspora has become Australia's second largest overseas born community and one of the fastest growing. That growth is reflected in the scale of Diwali celebrations this year, from Melbourne's Federation Square to Castle Hill Showground in Sydney, and even regional parliaments and councils hosting community events. Across the country, Australians got a glimpse of India with cultural performances featuring classical dance, Bollywood numbers and music filling open-air venues. In suburbs from Parramatta to Point Cook, Indian shops were abuzz, selling diyas, Lakshmi idols, marigold flowers and sweets.
Shubh Diwali, my name is Saskia Maven. I'm here in Canberra and this is my very first Diwali. I know it's all about light succeeding over darkness and enjoying prosperity and fun with your family and friends. There's going to be lots of good food, lots of dancing, a little bit of magic, and we'll see what else. I'll let you know at the end of the night.
The fragrance of incense and the sparkle of lamps turned shopping strips into mini India, drawing crowds from every background. Saturday night ended with spectacular fireworks displays across Australian cities, a fitting symbol for a festival that celebrates light, hope, and togetherness.
Once celebrated quietly in the living rooms of first-generation migrants, Diwali in Australia has today transformed into a nationwide celebration of light, belonging and shared identity. From local parks to iconic landmark buildings, Diwali now shines bright all across Australia. Each light, each diya tells a story of hope and heritage. This is Nazia Alvi Rahman wishing you all a very happy Diwali from Canberra, Australia.
And for a detailed show on Diwali celebrations across India and the world, do tune in to DD India for our special Diwali program in the evening between 6 to 8 p.m. Let's now take a look at some other stories making news around the country as well. Now, Chief Minister of Indian state of Uttar Pradesh, Yogi Adityanath, visited Ayodhya on Monday to extend Diwali greetings to residents distributing sweets on behalf of the state government. He further highlighted the city's commitment to cleanliness and unity during the Festival of Lights. On Diwali, Haryana media students held the Tiranga Yatra at Lal Chowk in the Indian Union Territory of Srinagar. The initiative in the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir's capital, Srinagar. Rather, the initiative celebrated Diwali in the honor of the nation's martyrs and soldiers, commemorated Police Martyrdom Day, while also encouraging the youth to celebrate Diwali with the soldiers. Delhi's air quality index reached 354 on Diwali morning as the city geared up to celebrate the Festival of Lights. Delhi NCR is already wrapped in a thick layer of smog as deteriorating air quality slipped deeper into the very poor zone. The sacred relics of Lord Buddha returned from Russia's Kalmykia to New Delhi. This exposition served as a spiritual bridge between the two nations, strengthened ties and revived historical Buddhist links. The relics were brought back to India by the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, Manoj Sinha. The exposition of sacred relics of Lord Buddha from India drew an unprecedented response, with nearly 100,000 devotees paying their reverent homage to the relics enshrined at the iconic monastery known popularly as the Golden Abode of Shakyamuni Buddha. An emotional farewell ceremony for the Buddha's sacred relics was also held in Arista. US President Donald Trump has said on Sunday that he believes the soybean deal with China would be reached as trade negotiations between Beijing and Washington appear to be regaining momentum after weeks of fresh tariff threats and export controls.
One of the penalties we have, and because they're sending in fentanyl, we have a 20%, as you know, a 20% tariff on that. But they'd be paying about 157% tariff, which is, record-setting type tariff. I don't want them to do that. I want to help China. I'm not looking to hurt China, but they have to give us things too.
Now, Asian markets surged Monday after Donald Trump dialed down trade threats and confirmed a meeting with China's President Xi Jinping at the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit. Asian markets rallied, led by Tokyo, which hit a record high amid hopes of political stability in the region as Japan's Nikkei 225 stock index surpassed 49,000 for the first time. This milestone reflects renewed investor confidence, further boosted by China's economy meeting its growth expectations ahead of key policy meetings in Beijing. Markets in Hong Kong, Shanghai, Seoul and Mumbai also rallied on the improving outlook. South Korea's Gyeongju gears up for the APEC summit from the 31st of October to the 1st of November amid uncertainty over US President Donald Trump's attendance following South Korea's political turmoil with Yoon Suk-yeol's impeachment and Lee Jae-myung's leadership. Despite this, Trump is slated to visit Seoul in October 29 and 30 with a potential Xi Jinping meeting to address escalating trade tensions, including Trump's 100% tariff threat and China's rare earth curbs. Now, as Diwali illuminates India and the world with vibrant lights and heartfelt traditions, artisans breathe life into the festival spirit. From glowing diyas to intricate rangolis and delectable sweets, their craftsmanship celebrates heritage and community. DD India's Antara Sinha gets you more in this special report.
Diwali, the festival of lights. It isn't just a celebration. It's a tapestry woven carefully by each and every artisan that puts their heart, mind and soul into each and every creation. In this presentation, let's dive into the lives of artisans who make this festival as magical as it is.
The festival of Diwali is a time when every corner sparkles with joy, tradition and creativity. Diwali is celebrated by millions across India and globally. It is a time of light, love and renewal. At its heart are the artisans, the gifted craftspeople who pour their passion into crafting the cherished symbols of Diwali, embodying the spirit of vocal for local by showcasing India's rich heritage through their art. From the vibrant rangoli patterns that dance across doorsteps to the delicate diyas that cast a warm golden glow in homes, each creation tells a story of artistry and tradition.
Every diya, every sweet, Every rangoli is a testament to India's artisans, the backbone of Diwali. We are celebrating these artisans today.
These artisans don't merely craft objects, they breathe life into centuries-old practices. Every swirl of paint, every molded piece of clay is a labor of love that connects families and communities during Diwali.
दिवाली का फेस्टिवल के लिए हमारे पास सारे मोम के दिए लक्ष्मी गणेश कलकत्ता से और लखनऊ से आगरा से सारी जगह हमारे बेस्ट अच्छे कारीगर बैठे हुए हैं. हम वहाँ से माल लेकर आते हैं.
इसको बनाने में लाइक जैसे 2 या फिर 4 आवर्स लग जाते हैं इसको बनाने में, क्योंकि पहले ये पेंट होता है, फिर इस पे मतलब बहुत से ऐसे काम वाम होते हैं, जैसे पीछे हो रहा है गोल्डन वगैरह कर रहे हैं इस पे ब्रश के हेल्प से.
आजकल लोग दिए नहीं, घर के लिए सजावट के लिए भी सब सामान लेते हैं, तो अच्छा लगता है. हमारी मेहनत भी होती है उसमें, हमारे को अच्छा भी लगता है कि लोगों को भी पसंद आती है.
And it's not just diyas. Rangoli artists bring flows to life with bursts of color, while sweet makers craft delectable treats like laddus and jalebis that make Diwali extra sweet.
हर साल आते हैं, लेके जाते हैं यहाँ से खूब सामान. अच्छा मिलता है सामान, हर साल नए देखने को मिलता है.
यही आइटम आप अगर मॉल्स और उसमें लेने जाएंगे, जो आइटम यहाँ पर आपको अवेलेबल 200-250 मैक्सिमम 500 रेंज का मिलेगा, और वहाँ पर जाके वही आइटम जो है 5000 तक भी जा सकता है.
These tireless potters, painters and confectioners are the unsung heroes behind Diwali's brilliance. Their handcrafted treasures, a vibrant reminder of the beauty of community, creativity and the Vocal for Local movement that honors India's artisanal legacy.
This Diwali, as you celebrate with your loved ones, share sweets with your loved ones, decorate your homes with diyas and rangolis, let's take a moment to celebrate each and every artisan that makes this festival even more special. A very happy Diwali to all of you. With camera person Vinod Ojha, this is Antara Sinha for DD India.
And that's all we have for this edition of DD India News Hour, but do let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. And for those on the go, you can get all the latest news and updates from India and across the world on DD India's mobile app. It's available on both Android and iOS. Just scan the QR code on the screen to download the app right away. And we'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Gautam Roy, and from all of us here in Delhi, once again a very happy Diwali, and keep watching DD India for all the latest.